Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Xynthia and today is part 1 of the brand new Honkai Star Rail 3.2 story quest. And as you can see, things are a little bit different. I decided to change up my avatar a little bit. I'd always wanted to do, when I started doing this channel and was thinking of a character I wanted to represent me, for a while I did I wanted to do animal hybrid, I guess I'll say, for a while. But I'm not an artist, and I was kind of struggling because I use this online character creator thing. I don't know how it's pronounced. I don't know if it's Charat, Carrot, Carrot, I don't know. Anyway, but of course they allow people to use their character creators for avatars and streaming and whatever, as long as you give credit, and yeah, giving credit where credit is due. But of course I choose the colors and everything and whatnot. I was kind of struggling to find something a little bit different that's a little bit different but not too different. I kept the eye shape the same and the eye colors pretty similar and same outfit. Everything is just a little bit more on the pastel side of the color. I don't know what you call it. Color palette. I made the hair and the outfit a little bit more pastel. I think the shirt is a little less so, the sweatshirt is a little less so. But I am going for a dragon kind of hybrid looking. I'm not gonna take it too seriously, right? I'm not one of those PNG tubers who has lore surrounding their character. I mean, if someday I decide to do that, oh well. It's not neither here nor there. But I wanted to do something a little different, so I found some horns that I felt looked good on the character's head. Because sometimes when you go into those character creators, the way the horns fit on the head can just be a little odd, or it looks just like it's put on there. But I think the way those horns are put on, it looks a little bit more natural. And then the thing behind the character, on towards the bottom of the picture, I guess you could call it, it's supposed to be a tail. The tail goes down though, so you can't see the tip of it or anything. Which that's okay, because the tail option that I chose, for some reason the tip has a gold ring around it, and I was I don't really want that, but you can't see it, so it doesn't really matter. So, yippee, new character-ish. I'm still Xynthia, and it's not really that big of a deal, but I just wanted to update it a little bit, and you'll see everything on my channel should be updated to have this picture instead of the old one. Rest in peace, Elf Xynthia. You are now just a dragon hybrid. So, yeah, other than that, as you might be able to tell from my profile picture, it is Castorice. I pulled for her yesterday. Me and my friend Brandon had a little pulling session, and she is still level 20. I haven't quite finished farming everything for her, and I kind of just want to wait until I have all of her, I need all of the Crimson Calyx things. I have this light cone on her. I know people recommend to put different light cones. People will recommend this one because it has a high base HP, or I think Mighty's does as well. But Mighty is using Mighty's, so because apparently, guys, I'm gonna show you something really gross. It's so gross. We'll do this one. This is so gross. Confirm. Ew, why would you ever do that? Anyway, sorry. I apologize to guide makers who did suggest using non-path light cones. I understand why. I think it's gross. I don't like the idea of using a destruction or a preservation or a abundance light cone on my remembrance character. She will be using a remembrance light cone. So, but it's one of those things where I don't need my Castorice to be cracked out of her mind. I think she'll still be good because she'll have Sunday buffs. And a lot. So also I got Ron May. Did I ascend her? I did not. So let's get our free
research is progressing at astronomical speeds.
Let's get our free little thing. Pass. Yippee! So for the free 5-star selector, I decided to go with Ron May because I don't have her yet. So to me, that just makes sense. That's trying to tell me all about this. I guess this first part is a little bit of a, what has my account been up to during my hiatus? I'm kidding. There's no hiatus. But yeah, I got Ron May because I already have Luocha, and I know Ron May is good with, the way I say her name, I try to say like Ruan May, but like Ruan May. But it always sounds like Ron, like I'm just calling her Ron. We'll just call her May. So May, yeah. I just know she has a lot of good buffs for various characters. Like she works with pretty much every character I own and use. Shui is the exception. If people are wondering about that, you can watch my Luocha or Ron May video. There'll be a card linked to that in the upper corner since I mentioned it. Or you can just go find it on my channel. Because in that one I kind of explain why Ron May and Shui don't have good synergy despite the fact that they have similar scalings. So you would think Ron May would be good too. She's not. But yeah, so I got Ron May. I got Castorice. I will make a Castorice video. I need to watch the video footage back though, because I kind of had this doubt in the back of my mind that my mic was even turned on, so it might not be a video. If it doesn't become a video, no worries, guys. Pretty much the only thing you need to know is that I got her without guarantee at high pity. That's like all. That's all. Like I didn't pull for her light cone because I'm also saving for Anaxa, as you can see in my little description, my little bio. So I need to save all my extra Stellarite Jades for Anaxa, because I was worried about getting Castorice, so I'm also going to be worried about getting Anaxa. Anyway, with all that out of the way, I guess the only thing I have left to do is teleport. And like, yeah, since the mighty... Ooh, lag. My internet has been a little bit kooky today, so... But yes. Oh. I was like, what? I have this. I don't really care. It did actually come in handy because I was doing some old simulated universe stuff that I hadn't caught up on yet. And like, Luocha died at one point and she resurrected him. I was like, oh, I kind of forgot about that. Okay, whatever. Moving on. But yes, Mighty is level 80 now and his Light Cone is level 80 and he's great. He does kind of way too much damage. Bro needs to chill. Because I've been like I've just been farming for things and he like one-shots every boss and it kind of like it's nice, but could he not? Okay. So I'm gonna go do the quest. Garden of Life. Okay. I don't remember what I'm gonna be doing. So head to the Garden of Life and discuss what to do next with the Chrysos heirs.
The wild wind carries with it the scent of rust.
Scent of rust. In other words, blood. Ew. Wait. Oh, okay. Investigate. Tribios' memory has unveiled the very first prophecy. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate. If I take on Orynyx's trial, will the prophecy come to pass for me as well? Regardless, I must give Aglaya an answer. True. Some time ago. Castorice.
It's you, Cass.
And Aglaya.
I finished the anthology of poems you lent me. Here it is.
I thought you'd be too preoccupied to find time for reading.
Precisely because of these obligations, I felt compelled to read it swiftly.
Wouldn't all these preoccupations slow your pace?
On the contrary. Knowing that time is limited can push one to overcome their limitations.
True.
The weight of these responsibilities seems to have enhanced my reading efficiency.
I understand completely. During my time at the Grove, the closer exams drew, the more efficient I became at tackling everyday mundane tasks. Anything but my actual studies.
Precisely. As I remember, you and Finon were both disciples of the new Sporists. I assume that Anaxa's exams were as unreasonable as the man himself. Correct.
I saw someone make up a global passive for Anaxa. Like, they were posting it like it was real, but I assume it was an April Fool's prank sort of thing. But it says, like, you know, it's a global passive, so it applies no matter what. Like, if Aglaia is on the team and she takes down an enemy, then Anaxa will enter the field and revive the enemy for 25% of their max HP. Like, pretty much just out of spite for Aglaia. And I was like, oh my gosh. That would kind of suck, but it would also be so funny. I don't think I could be mad if there was a global passive like that. Like, I'm sorry, that's just hilarious.
The courses Professor Anaxa taught were
I love how creative
Introduction to
people
Alchemy
are. It's
and
great.
History of mythology. And to be perfectly honest, those 2 courses were the students' greatest nightmares.
Huh. Wonder
The
why.
history of
Coincidence?
mythology, taught
Probably
by the
not.
blasphemous great performer himself. I can imagine their fear.
Now that I think about it, students would often rush to the podium during class to challenge him on those blasphemous ideas. May I ask, Lady Aglaia, has your relationship with Professor Anaxa always been like this?
He openly dismisses people's faith and questions the very justification of the Flame Chase journey. Our positions have been destined to be at odds. While you were studying there, I assume you must have heard of his nickname.
Dromus draped in finery?
As I see it, this nickname is more of an insult to the Dromas. Despite his insufferable arrogance, I do hold a certain respect for his nature as a scholar. To remain true to
She's
his
like, I guess
principles,
he's
he is
good
unafraid to stand opposed
as
to the
far as
world,
scholars are
and that
concerned.
requires considerable resolve. Anaxagoras' life is almost like a satire. As a Chrysos heir, he refuses to heed the prophecy, while he disrespects the gods.
Doesn't it
The
say
gods
something
have
like that
chosen him.
in his bio, like when he was first introduced?
He was indeed chosen by Circes. Is something weighing on you, Cass?
I wonder if that's just Cersei's
golden
whole
thread is
practical
quivering.
joke. Like, huh,
I
I'm gonna
sense
choose the
there's
guy who
more
doesn't
to this
believe in the
exchange
prophecy.
than idle chatter.
With all due respect, I'd like to know what you plan to do with him.
In light of his assistance in the battle against the Flame Reaver, I am willing to grant him some time to find a way to remove the cool flame. However, if Anaxa decides to make any move that places us in danger, I will not hesitate to take extreme measures.
Just as I feared.
The Flame Chase journey is the destined path for the Chrysos heirs. Yet he now seems more like an empty shell. Given his strong sense of self-respect, I trust that Anaxagoras will make the right decision.
Still, I can't help but hope for another possibility. Perhaps Anaxa will also overcome his limitations, now that he knows time is limited.
I feel like that'll just make him a little crazier.
Let's
He already
continue
seems
this
to have a
discussion
screw
another
loose.
time.
Or
But
maybe
now,
multiple.
Let's greet our guest.
It's me.
You're here. Does this mean you're ready to take on Orynyx's trial?
We are ready. Mem and me.
It seems that this sacred beast is just as indispensable, given their intricate ties to the Titan.
Whatever those intricate ties may be.
Memmy mem.
Thanks to you, I've evolved from a little dog to a sacred beast.
Memmy mem.
Surrendering the core flame is a Chrysos heir's duty. Your selfless assistance is deeply appreciated. However, I urge you to carefully consider the risks of accepting the trial. Becoming a demigod means forsaking your humanity. You will inherit Orynyx's divinity and bear the time of Amphoreus, all on your own.
Oh, on my own. Also, if you hear me coughing, because I just coughed a bit ago, I don't know if I'm coming down with a cold or something, but it kind of just feels like something has been stuck in my throat all day. Lovely feeling, so I just keep coughing. Trying not to, but sometimes I can't help it.
From that point onward, your fate will be forever intertwined with ours, never to be separated again, until the end of Genesis.
That's like one book of the Bible. Doesn't take very long to read. No, I'm kidding. Trying to talk me out? Are you trying to talk me out of it?
On the contrary, you are the only one who qualifies to attain divinity. Yet, for that very reason, I do not wish to pressure you.
I mean, who else is gonna do it? Okay. Is there a plan B?
It's exceedingly rare to find a capable Chrysos heir. If this path proves
So can there be incapable Chrysos heirs? Like people who are born with the ability maybe to obtain the core flame, but then they don't do it, they shouldn't do it. I don't know.
There are still many priests of Yanisopolis and their descendants in the city. If I'm left with no other option, I'll try to find someone worthy among them.
If I do not descend into hell, who will?
worry.
Don't worry, with me by your side, even if things go south, you'll be heading straight to heaven. You've come so far, and everyone is counting on you to be the hero. It's so disarming when they start using actual words. As for the trial, you have nothing to fear. The Time Titan may be willful at times, but they never cause us any harm. Myth has it that Ornyx opposes mortals, but to me, they just seem a bit timid, like a child.
It looks like you know that Titan rather well.
Oddly enough, I don't remember ever meeting them. But the moment I saw Xynthia, Ornyx's memories were already in my head.
Memories that exist outside of your own experiences.
I like how Trailblazer's still smirking, like, heh.
I can't explain why, but I can vouch for Mem's words. When I was in the Abyss, I heard the Titan's groans, full of pain and grievances, yet without any ill will.
I trust you all to make the right call.
Since you've made your decision, go back to the bath chamber and get some rest. Trinem will call for you when the ceremony is ready. It is difficult for me, as the guide, to absolve myself from blame for things to have progressed to this point. Time and again, you have risen to the occasion for Akima. Nearly rewarding you with some honeydew is no longer able to express the
I like
extent
honeydew.
of our
It's
gratitude.
yummy. Although it might not be the same thing as honeydew for us, like
When
the
the dust
melon.
settles,
The
I
melon?
hope that we'll have the chance to have a long chat regarding your return journey and the curse of the sky. It's about time that we lift the taboo and discuss things openly.
So you say, but before leaving, I should go say hi to Castorice.
Miss, may everything go well for you and Mem.
I'll still never get over the why Castorice is like, why does her mouth not move correctly and everyone else's does? Like, was it intentional? But it just looks uncanny. I don't know. You need a Goliath or something too?
It's nothing. I only came to discuss some matters with Lady Aglaia. Previously, I lent her an anthology of poems that Lady Trianne had gifted to me.
Trianne.
Tracing back, this anthology was something left for Lady Trianne by a bard before their passing. Although personal properties should be cleared out once their owner has passed on, Lady Trianne gave this book to me since she knew how much I like to read.
Is this book very special?
No, it's just an ordinary book. It's definitely not some kind of unique copy.
But
It just
it's still a
contains an
treasured gift,
allegory.
right?
In a faraway land, in a city known as Styxia, a dragon corrupted by the black tide descended one day, swooping upon the city like death itself.
So, like, your dragon.
It swallowed the princess of the city whole before it was suppressed. After taking down the evil dragon, the warriors discovered that the princess's life had already met its end. Overwhelmed by grief, the queen hired an alchemist to resurrect the princess using the dragon's flesh and blood.
Huh.
However, having lost memories of her previous life, the resurrected princess turned into an evil dragon herself and wreaked havoc on the city. As a result, the prosperous Styxia met its demise.
Isn't Styxia the realm that Castorice is from? Like the realm of Thanatos? What a dark story. It mustn't have been easy for Cass to narrate this story so calmly.
The author of this book is Archepia, a wandering bard who traveled to many cities. Among the things she left behind are poems, dictionaries, and many tragicomedy scripts. She even clearly underlined and took notes in books that covered myths with her elegant handwriting. While flipping through these books, I felt like I was afforded a glimpse into the life of Archepia. It felt just like I was traveling with someone that I'd never met before. It was as if she had yet to pass on and was still alive.
No one goes through life without leaving their mark behind.
That's right. Writing, drawing, and taking photographs. It seems like human nature to try and leave records of things. Speaking of taking photographs, when I was helping you to take the photo previously, I did not look through the photos in your photo stone out of courtesy. But I'm also very curious about the story of the Rosy Celestial Maiden. Despite having visited many cities in Amphoreus, I still understand nothing about the world beyond the sky. If there is an opportunity... forget it. Let's talk about this in the future. For now, I only hope that you'll be able to complete the trial safely and obtain Orynyx's blessing.
Alright. I also think maybe part of her mouth movements being weird is that my Wi-Fi is a little... Or like my internet... My dad, like... Time to go back and talk to Don Hung. Okay, like my dad rebooted the internet earlier today, and I think it actually kind of screwed it up. He's like, I have to reset it. But it's been kind of shaky for me, so hopefully...
Seems like all the rooms are...
Hopefully we won't have any issues with it, because I know my game has tried to crash before while I was like in the middle of recording. Or like, didn't it crash one time? Biden! There's a nymph here. I'm gonna awaken you. Get out of here. Sorry, I dozed off for a sec there. I didn't know this room was occupied. I'll be off right away then. Nito Burrito, get out of my room. Okay. Fine, and in Don Hung. Don Hung's still not speaking. It's okay. I can be Don Hung. I have a great Don Hung impression. Citizens Assembly. Okay. Citizens Assembly.
That's right. Oh, partner, you're back just in time. This is something that the both of you should probably know.
Some good news? More trouble?
I wouldn't call it trouble. I just think it will be favorable if the both of you understand the situation in Akima better.
Do you remember the Council of Elders that was on our heels previously? It seems like they've made their move.
Some background information for you. The Council of Elders is an authoritative body in Amphoreus, made up of different city representatives. They hold legislative power over the Holy City, and are in charge of presiding over the Citizens' Assembly held once every few years.
Okay.
This is the most important social event of Akima.
Ha,
It is
social
highly
event.
influential.
Who
It
cares?
can even affect what happens to the Flame Chase journey.
Okay, well, I guess we do care. So Aglaya doesn't actually call the shots?
Despite her vision and wisdom that spans across thousands of years, even she cannot win over the hearts of everyone.
I've never once passed my sociology class. Perhaps you should retake some exams next time we visit Paperfold University. Tell me more about the Citizens' Assembly.
Every 5 to 10 years, the Council of Elders organizes a Citizens' Assembly at Dawncloud. During the
Okay.
assembly, the representatives will vote on major issues, such as whether the Chrysos heirs led by Aglaya should still hold the right to govern the Holy City, and whether the Titan's conquest should continue.
Sounds like some sort of system to balance the heroes and the mortals.
That is correct. However, the problem lies in the fact that there are ill-intentioned extremists in the Council of Elders.
They're
They
everywhere,
view the
finding.
Citizens' Assembly as a way to restrain the Chrysos heirs and hope to take complete control over the Flame Chase journey. We can refer to them as the Opposition. During the assemblies held in the past 100 years, the voices supporting the Opposition have been growing stronger in the shadows. It's only thanks to Aglaya that the Flame Chase journey has been able to continue to this day. The Citizens' Assembly is just around the corner. But this time, there seems to be a new variable to the situation.
Okay. Is it us? No, although we might be mentioned, the Council of Elders has another target in mind.
I'm afraid that the Council of Elders might want to take advantage of Professor Anaxa. Aglaia
His
will
doubt,
surely take
maybe?
back Circe's core flame. But with Anaxa's current condition, it's so unique that nobody knows how taking the core flame away from him will affect him.
Like he might keel over and die if we take it
He's
from
always
him.
been someone that is only concerned about his own research. I'm certain that he must want to escape from the monitoring of the Golden Thread and protect himself. If the opposition were to offer an olive branch at this time.
You suspect that he might betray the Flame Chase journey and defect toward the Council of Elders?
Anaxa has never believed in the prophecy, so technically it cannot be considered a betrayal. However, he has taught many Chrysos heirs, and has long been considered an important ally of Akama. I truly do not wish to see comrades turning on one another.
I have a better understanding of the full picture now. Is there anything that we can do?
As I believe in his character, I plan to plead with Aglaia and try to buy more time for him. Then, the greatest way in which you can help is for you to know what I am fighting for.
We understand. Thank you for being honest with us. Things are piling up again. Xynthia and Mem are tied up with Orynyx's trial, while I'm preparing to visit the Grove to uncover clues about the world beyond the sky. None of those things seem like they're going to be easy to deal with.
Allow me to apologize for the fact that we always seem to be troubling you. I hope that Orynyx will show more benevolence and be more accommodating. I remember that they seemed quite fond of you back in the Abyss.
In a weird way, I'm like their parent or something, you know?
Go and rest and regain your strength.
Why don't?
We'll meet at the Vortex in a few days.
A few days?
Right. You can read this scroll if you want to find out more about the Council of Elders and the Citizens' Assembly.
I will not be reading. Just kidding. I'll read. A study of the Citizens' Assembly. If I can read, you know. A study of the Citizens' Assembly. Democratic politics always fascinated citizens. Democratic politics. Because I guess politics, can be like singular or plural. Whatever, has always fascinated citizens of different city-states in Amphoreus. When Akama was first established, its democracy was limited to a privileged minority. However, through ongoing reforms, the Akaman Citizens' Assembly took to the stage, transforming Akama's governance into a democracy for all, where the Citizens' Assembly made every major decision. It's important to note that as the Black Tide draws near and citizens from other city-states join Akama's political life, the precious rights of Akama's original citizens are becoming increasingly diluted. Consequently, voices calling for reforms within the Akaman Citizens' Assembly system grew ever louder. Democracy is only one of the consequences of civilization's development, rather than the cause of development. For democracy to be productive, it must appoint different rules for different societies, situations, and issues. No single rule can be optimal for all scenarios. In other words, Akama's citizens assembly system will continue to evolve as this book is written. Due to time limitations, this publication focuses only on the current Akaman Citizens Assembly, not its future developments. Readers should bear this limitation in mind. Citizens, citizenship, and citizenship policies for Akama. Before examining the Akaman Citizens Assembly's operational mechanisms and core functions in depth, we must first address the matter of citizens, citizenship rights, and citizenship policies of Akama. The elders have once noted that Akama is a collective of free citizens. Due to the substantial power citizens possess, citizenship qualifications must be strictly regulated to ensure citizens' rights. Can they stop saying citizens? I hate saying it. I keep going blah, blah, blah. Discussions on the recognition of naturalized citizens' rights were once the foci, plural of focus for those who don't know, of disputations between the leader of the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders. As more Amphorean city-states fell over time, and as the Black Tide drew closer, citizenship rights reforms became imperative. Judging from the final outcome, citizens from all city-states have equal citizenship rights in the Holy City and can have equal participation in public matters. Lamau, my controller died. That's okay. I can just plug it in. I was even thinking, I was like, is it gonna die on me while I'm trying to play today? And I was thinking, nah, because I charged it a couple days ago. Like, it doesn't stop it from dying easily. PS5 controller having no... Okay. In public matters, while social differences naturally exist between rich and poor, locals and travelers, the Holy City of Akama would not allow these social distinctions to become political divisions and will ensure complete political equality among all citizens. Continued. Operational mechanisms of the Citizens' Assembly. By the way, we're like only halfway through. This is actually really long. I kind of don't want to read it all, but I also kind of do want to read it all, just to say I did read it all and that I know what's going on. We'll keep going. You can skip ahead if you don't want to listen to all of this. Like, I don't care. Barring emergencies, Akama's Citizens' Assembly follows strict protocols when it is called. The current Council of Elders, a governmental entity made of representatives of the city-state, posts the upcoming Citizens' Assembly agenda and venue, usually Dawn Cloud in the Holy City, at the Wall of Heroes before each meeting. Usually, topics are proposed by Council of Elders members before the assembly and become official assembly items after receiving majority council approval. The council predetermines which matters to address and when. Once confirmed, the council chairman hands over the agenda to the Council of Elders' assembly chair, who presides over the meeting. Normally, matters cannot be discussed at the Citizens' Assembly without prior council review. Council-reviewed matters yield only two outcomes. Either they're already thoroughly discussed and only need citizen votes, or they require citizens to hold debates to reach final resolutions during the Assembly. Results are tallied using pottery shards blessed with Kefali's runes, with voting dolia placed throughout Akama during assemblies. After thorough discussion and voting of all proposals, the Council of Elders posts approved decrees at the Wall of Heroes. Continued. Core functions of the Citizens' Assembly. The Assembly wields the important capacities of legislative power, the appointment of government officials declaring war, conceding peace, and the actual control of armies during wartime. Yet, historically and practically, Akama's Citizens' Assembly isn't fully controlled and directed by citizens, but rather a means to ensure that elites, who represent the majority social interests, can effectively manage the social matters. In other words, the current system, where the leader of the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders jointly manage Akama, was decided by the Akaman Citizens' Assembly system. Citizens influence policymakers through voting and other means of political participation rather than directly managing social affairs or making political decisions. Continued. Appendix. Principal members of the Council of Elders. The Council of Elders is a governmental organization consisting of representatives from Amphoreus' city-states. While most are elected by their city-states, some receive direct invitations from current Council of Elders members. Authorized by the Citizens' Assembly, they manage various practical affairs within Akama. The most renowned honorary elite is Lycurgus, an Antikytheran, a race that was already nearly extinct before the Chrysos War. He had communicated directly with Kefali multiple times during the Era Chrysia and passed the wishes of mortals to Kefali, showing himself as a true Theorios. So Theo means... Theos is God. So Theorios could just mean God as well, I don't remember. Lycurgus, I've heard of Lycurgus from Greek mythology. I don't remember where, though. I don't really want to go look it up either. Heh. Okay, Lycurgus' neutrality is well noted by all, which explains his frequent selection as the Citizens' Assembly chair. Significantly, Elder Cainus has shown great effectiveness in Akama's governments and gathered many followers. Many believe Cainus will leverage accumulated resources to challenge the current situation where the Chrysos heirs hold real authority and transform Akama's political structure. I'm pretty sure Elder Cainus is the one that we've seen talking with Aglaya before, and, disagreeing with Aglaya, so... That's cool. I guess I could always read it again if I want. Rest for one night. Ugh, that trial feels like it's just around the corner. I'm starting to feel nervous. Don't worry, everything will be fine. Let's just hope that everything goes well. After all, as someone who has earned the gaze of an Eon, you should be able to overcome the trial of a regional god just fine. True. I'm goated. That's all we need to know. We've also unknowingly gotten used to sleeping with the midday sun shining brightly above our heads. Get some rest, Xynthia. Thanks, Don Hung. Perhaps a new phase of our trailblazing expedition at Amphoreus is about to begin. Get some rest and wait for the trial. I don't have other things to do. I did that earlier. A few days later, at the Vortex of Genesis, I'm like coughing and choking.
Esteemed one, Orynyx's vacant totem awaits.
Easy
If you
peasy.
have already made your preparations to become a pillar of Amphoreus, please step forward.
The little smirk. Should I talk to them first?
Accepting a Titan's trial is a very peculiar experience. I'm afraid that I'm not able to accurately describe it. You can only go and experience it for yourself. I believe that you'll be able to pull it off.
Thank you. Okay, what's Castor's got to say?
I'm sorry. I'm not sure what I should say to help calm your nerves. Right. Perhaps something like, as long as you can successfully complete this trial, the rest of the flame chase journey will be smooth sailing? No, that sounds a little strange. Don't worry. It won't take up too much of your time. Don't worry. You'll definitely make it back alive.
How it feels to be autistic and, you know, talk to people. You're like, which answer best suits the situation? I don't know. I don't understand how social interaction works.
It seems like I've made the mood even heavier. In any case, may everything go your way.
Thanks, Castorice. Okay, I'll talk to
Little
Trinin.
Gray and men, thank you. Your resolves cannot be questioned. We praise your pure selflessness and courage. May carefully light your path forward. Get ready to assume Orynyx's divinity, Trailblazer.
Yippee! I'm sure there won't be any issues here and that everything will be okay.
The divine position of Orynyx has already been vacant for some time. We can feel the space of the trial closing. As there isn't much of their soul left, we'll have to complete the ceremony before their soul completely dissipates.
Let's begin. Easy peasy, like I said. No problem. We're not gonna struggle at all.
The 8th core flame coveted by the miracle that once belonged to the great Vale of Evernight, Orynyx. It shall now be returned by the 2 elected heroes of the Chrysos heirs. A traveler who is upright and courageous,
If I
and a sacred
become a demigod, though, like
beast that
I
invokes
know
miracles.
we'll leave Amphoreus, like we'll be able to, but like, will we be able to leave Amphoreus? Like,
Who?
and also who for me, not that.
Both of you, please, come forward. Recite along with us. O Majesty
Of the 12 Titans, pillars of the world,
we
we seek your divinity to mend the rifts of the world.
Fill
Our bodies with blood and gold, blood of gold, do we wither in willing service to the prophecy. I don't think I have gold blood. Shut up!
These are just words meant to make the prayer seem more solemn. Please, focus.
Shut up, Trailblazer. I love Trailblazer. What a freak. And surrender the core flame. I guess I wasn't supposed to say that. I don't know, I said it. Press and hold to submit the core flame and complete your objective. Okay! I'm doing it! I did it! Do you think I did a good job, guys? Gold water. Yippee! We've done it. Sound of Orynyx.
Orynyx. Their soul has been waiting for a long time.
Perhaps they're also quietly waiting for the arrival of their successor.
Wait for my return, my friends. I love all of you.
The last time I heard this, things didn't turn out that well.
Finan's like, gee, thanks. I know. I was there.
Don't worry, Aglaia. She's tougher than I am, right?
And I'm probably the one who's actually supposed to take on Orynyx's trial, unlike Finan with Strife, when it was supposed to be Mighty. Where is Mighty? Is he still fighting? Mighty, come home from the war. I beg of you. And I've disappeared.
Traveler from beyond the sky. Let us pray that the Titan acknowledges your worthiness.
Although she loves cracking jokes at inopportune times, her determination is as strong as the Chrysos heirs. She will definitely succeed.
You say that, but like, what if I don't? You know, there's always the
While she's
possibility.
away, I would like to have a chat with you, Aglaia.
Everyone seems to want to talk to Aglaia. Everybody has something to tell her.
Speak. I'm listening.
Now, what does he want to chat about? Oh no, I'm in the trial. I'll never know.
Slap, slap. Wake up.
Hello.
How is it? How do you feel?
They're talking. How are you able to talk?
Right? I think that it's amazing too. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3.
I was wondering if the longer mem exists, the more they would be able to talk, because that seemed to be the case.
I have such a cute voice. It must be because of all the memories that I collected. They allowed me to grow beyond expectations. Also, listen. The words of the Titan are becoming clearer.
I'm not your mother! Do I look like...
Have I finally reached the end?
I'm sorry, I should take this seriously.
Years of isolation coming to an end.
Or I wonder if Mem is like a fragment of Orynyx. Like,
Orynyx.
I don't know.
Oh, how heartbreaking.
It's kind of weird to think
Ever
about,
since
but...
the figure draped in the black cloak robbed them of their core flame, they have been relegated to waiting in isolation in such a confined space. We are going to help alleviate their pain, right?
I hope. Not, no, I'm not sure.
Broken.
Do you guys want to see a cool move? you guys like this? Sorry. I saw it the other day. I was doing that earlier and I was like, what? He could, it just... Okay, oops. Wrong, sorry. I was trying to be goofy, silly goofy, and I did it incorrectly. I'm assuming I have to go this way. If I don't, that's kind of embarrassing. Yippee! I'm so good at this.
Problems are solved by taking action. That's the most basic principle.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was supposed to go down there. Anyway, I'm gonna go back. Don't worry. It's fine. I've already done it, so I can jump back. I was just not paying attention. Don't say it again. Okay, good. I was like, bro, I don't need to hear that twice. I love paying attention. Okay.
You
do.
Has gazed upon you.
Skyfather. Like, not Aquila, but like the other, but like the beginning, you know? You know how the Greeks believed that the world was created with like the Sky Titan and the Earth Titan? It's being, I don't know, in love. That's not a good retelling it, but Mother is calling for you. Does Skyfather refer to Fuli? Okay, now you're gonna do that? You're going non-verbal now? Sorry. The Titan's words are indistinct. Each syllable emerging from the mist seems to be cloaked in frost, symbolizing memory. And you know, in Simulated Universe, not the Divergent Universe, they changed it, at least for this patch, like this most recent patch. Simulated Universe, Remembrance was always linked with freeze, the freeze effect, so... Oh, sorry, a yawn. The icy cold makes sense. Who is your mother? Me. Just kidding, I don't know. Oh. That's not helpful. A majestic voice pierces through the golden mist, reaching the unseen mountain walls in the distance, reflecting and returning to your ears as an echo. Within the echo, you seemingly could make out the cry of a baby.
Mother is no longer responding.
We've come to you because of something important. Can I have your cold flame?
Something important.
Or like, can I be... Can I be the demigod that, like, has your ability? Please? Please.
Orynyx, listen to me. Aren't you tired? Throughout the long years, you have always been protecting the fate of Amphoreus. Each time people draw strength from within their memories, every single ripple falls onto your shoulders. There's no need for you to bear this any longer, Orynyx. From today onwards, someone else will bear time on your behalf. This is why we have come.
Freedom. Freedom. I want
Heck yeah.
freedom.
Oh, poor child. Everything will be fine. Let us help you. You can have a good rest now.
Is it Mem the mother? Is Mem actually just Fuli incarnated? I don't know. What's troubling you, big fella? Leave it to us, Titan. 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 I'd say it like that.
You have potential, strength, willpower, powerful, and tenacious. But you lack something.
What do I lack?
Just one thing.
I'm not a Amphorean.
Lacking
My bad.
something. What is it?
That's not helpful. I'm gonna say that every time they start going.
What you lack
Oh, I guess they're actually gonna try.
is a future.
Future? I don't have a future? I'm gonna die?
Future?
We're all gonna die. That's what I've come to
From
believe.
the sky. You should have dissipated already.
Dissipated?
The gaze from the Sky Father. Stabilize your form.
Stabilized my form. What does that mean?
From the moment you crossed the sky, your life was cast away.
What about Don Hung then? Is it the same?
You are simply a collection of walking memories.
Isn't that what every person is?
What? How is that possible?
We're all just a collection of walking memories. It is kind of concerning. Oh no, am I freezing? Is the world freezing? Hey, yo, Titan, what's going on?
Space is collapsing.
You don't say.
Someone must inherit the authority of time.
Just give it to me! Even if I die, it'll be fine.
Pillar is lost. The laws of time will collapse. Amphoreus will succumb to eternal disorder.
Sunday doesn't like the sound of that. Oh wait, I said you still haven't explained things clearly or something like that. Yeah, that's what I said.
Never compromises. Never bears grudges. Never forgives. Never makes a choice.
Uh-huh.
Of humanity. Titans. Mother. Skyfather.
Yeah, what does this mean?
Restrains everything that exists in this world.
Oryx's
True.
divinity is dissipating? Is the trial coming to an end?
Pathstrider of remembrance. My strength.
Okay.
I shall entrust it to you.
So they're still gonna give me their strength even though I don't have a future.
World. If you wish to save it, go and find your future that has been stolen.
And where do I find that?
If that means you'll have to cheat death.
Cheap death.
You'll have to
Castorice?
hand it shattered, clasped with unyielding fingers.
Yeah, the Death Titan, so... Before the passing of 15 entry hours, go forth and reclaim your future. 15? Before dawn? This is the true trial of time. Yeah, because I'm running out of time. Oh, why do you whatever the Hamilton song is? Sorry, I don't know why I started it like that. But it's like, why are you writing like you're always out of time or something like that. I've literally seen Hamilton live twice, and how do I not know the songs? I don't know. Don Hung. Am I in his lap? Hey! Sorry. You're finally awake. Wait, that doesn't seem right. Why are we here? Yeah, I guess maybe I was. In his lap. I'll keep it simple. You succeeded. Oryx has entrusted you with their divinity. Now you're no different than a demigod of Amphoreus. However... Mem has told me about what happened during the trial. They're still explaining things to the others, and told me to bring you back to your room to rest first. Oh, that's what happened. At first I was like, did I just pop out in my room? That's a little suspicious. Don't sigh, Don Hung. There's something that I've never told you. When we landed on Amphoreus, our car was pierced by Nikador's lance. Do you remember? Back in the ruins of the Abyss, this is what I said. You passed out when our car got hit. I blacked out too, but not before dragging you out. It's a good thing we were in the car, or we would have been crushed to pieces. Actually, my account kind of made light of the situation. What actually happened was much more complicated. You were severely injured back then, with several wounds still bleeding profusely. I struggled to carry you out and used the last of my strength to stem the bleeding. But then, I was also hit by a falling rock and lost my consciousness. What? The last time I checked, you still weren't breathing. When I regained consciousness, I saw that you were alive and full of energy, so I never brought this up again. How exactly did I come back to life? I'm not sure whether the gaze of Fuli has anything to do with this matter, but according to the Titan, you are living in the form of a memory right now, just like those objects of the past and the miracles of Oryx. Perhaps Mem is the anchor rope that ties you to the present. I had assumed that they couldn't stray too far from you, but the truth might be the exact opposite. Cry for me. Stellaron, do something. What should we do next? It's not time for us to despair yet. There must be a way to save you. Oryx mentioned finding your stolen future and cheating death. Considering Mighty's indestructible body, it seems to suggest that there is some kind of miraculous power in Amphoreus that can even reverse death. I was thinking it was kind of interesting that a lot of, so far, besides Aglaya, are other characters from Amphoreus, Castorice and Mighty. I don't think Anaxa has anything about death, but like both of them have kits that have like a their kits have a revive mechanic, which I think is interesting. And I'm like, it probably has something to do with the lore. The key seems to lie with the Hand of Shadow, whose whereabouts are unknown.
Hey, are you alright? I heard you two talking about Thanatos. Cass is also very concerned about the warning.
Yeah, we need to find Thanatos.
She has left the vortex and returned to the garden. Shall we go and look for her? Thanatos is the Titan that Cass has always been looking for. Regardless of whether there are any clues, there's probably no one else that understands death better than her.
True. Let's do that then, Xynthia.
Oh,
okay.
Right. There's something that I have to tell you. The Chrysosaurs already know everything that has happened to you.
Mm-hmm.
I was too worried, so I told them everything. Please don't hate me, okay?
I won't hate you for that. I mean, it's probably good that they know, so... Anyway, alrighty, let's see... Where do they want me to go? To the garden? Okay, cool. Oh, the chimeras, they're cute.
Miss, I'm right here.
You hear soft steps coming closer, one step at a time.
Please stay there and slowly turn around.
For some reason, you feel you have seen this scene before. You want to turn your head, but you glimpse a dash of purple brushing past your face. Then, a chill seeps through your skin, spreading into your veins. Thump, thump. Your heartbeat begins to slow. Remembering the near-death experience, gotta stay on guard. Your vision blurs and cold reality fades into a purple ocean. And then...
Please pardon me.
A subtle fragrance of an unnamed flower fills your senses, its sweetness making you forget the need to breathe. She's so pretty! You realize you are still alive. No, to be more precise, your death was not thorough. Just a sec, I need to... Y'all know how it is. Okay. The coldness of the initial touch disperses. The coldness of the initial touch disperses as quickly as it came, and replacing it is the touch of fingertips and a tremble born of trepidation that originated from a certain lanky arm. Her quivering finger gently brushed against your cheek, causing a faint tickle. She's gonna kill us!
Just as I expected. I cannot feel anything.
Oh. Cass... Am I really dead?
Back at the Grove, I was puzzled as to why you were not affected by my curse. I thought that it might have been the special ability of a traveler from beyond the sky. Never did I expect that this would be the true reason.
She can't... Her hands, her touch does not kill me.
I'm sorry. I should have noticed that something was amiss earlier. Miss, if my abrupt behavior just now offended you, I hope that you can forgive me. I'm just thinking, if your soul has really left your body, as a mortician, I might be able to trace where it has gone to.
Cass, did you find anything?
My apologies. Not as of yet. Perhaps I have overestimated my capabilities.
Well, you know, I appreciate you trying.
But, Miss, would you be willing to let me try again? This time, I'll increase the area of contact slightly.
I need to change how I'm sitting.
Perhaps the result might be different this time.
There's no harm in trying again.
I have never touched the living in this way before.
Don't say it like that, it's weird.
If my actions are in any way disrespectful, I hope that you can forgive me.
Oh, now she's frowning. Castorice once again places her palm on your face. Her shivers calm somewhat this time. Did you discover something?
I seem to have caught a glimpse of something. Your soul is currently roaming someplace and cannot find a way to escape. But perhaps it might not be a bad thing. If your soul is still wandering around, it means that we still have time.
Time?
We have a chance to find it before the fingers of Thanatos sweep everything away. Clues. Just a few more. I need more guidance. The connection has been severed. With my strength, I'm not able to trace it.
Oh no.
It was me. I was a little too hasty. Don't worry, miss. Although we currently have no leads, I will do my best to search for the whereabouts of Thanatos, bring back their core flame, and personally return to you the life that you have lost too soon. I know that I'm lacking in confidence, but I hope that you can keep this promise of mine in mind. Before I manage to deliver on this promise, please do your best to hang on. Amphoreus needs you.
I was like, I'm gonna say it, but my throat. I hope I'm not coming down with a cold, but... So, what now?
Lady Aglaia and Lord Finon are currently discussing some matters in the paths. They're worried about you too. If possible, please go there and let them know that you're well. Although, I don't actually know whether your current situation can be described as well. Also,
Yeah, well.
please accept this Styxian fable. Reading can help one to focus and relax. I hope that reading this can help tide you through this difficult period.
I mean, I'm not dead. I'm just kind of, I'm half dead. You know? Discuss your next steps with the Aglaia and others. Oh, I guess just running there is fine. I'm not that far away. I thought they were gonna be like in the baths, you know? Sorry. Just on one point out.
They're here.
Hello.
Partner! Hyacinth said you definitely wake up. How do you feel?
Aw. He was worried. It feels quite cool being a departed spirit.
Well, at least you look no different from the living. I think that most living people don't even look as good as you do.
Fine. You flirt.
You've completed the trial of time. And I have to admit that the process went better than I expected. Even in the end, that Titan's heart still showed a soft spot for humankind.
Even though they were like, you don't have a future, but I guess it's fine.
However,
I guess you can have my
never
power.
expected that. Two people who have cheated death would appear in Akima at the same time.
That's what we have been talking about. Mighty has been in Akima for such a long time, but has no one thought to study his indestructible body? If there were even any
I would
minor
study his
breakthroughs,
indestructible
we wouldn't
body.
be as clueless as we are right now.
I don't think you want to know the kind of studying I would do, though. I don't want to be weird, but, like, I would study it. Maybe a more hands-on... Okay.
Many have had this idea, but so far, there have been no results. If it were successful, Thanatos wouldn't have disappeared without a trace.
Yeah,
Nevertheless,
where did they
now
go?
is not the time for us to give up. At the very least, we can still see a glimmer of hope. Cypher. If anyone in this world knows the whereabouts of death, it would be her.
That cat
I'll
girl.
try and get her to return to Akima, but do be prepared for a less than ideal outcome. Please understand that throughout the history of Amphoreus, no one has ever managed to escape the clutches of death. At the end of time, Thanatos silently awaits all.
Thank you for your help.
It is my duty. We too require you to bear the divine position of time. But before that, just
What's wrong, Aglaya?
omens always come in pairs. A tiny air current will eventually brew into a storm that tears the sky apart. It's Anaxagoras. He has initiated contact with the Council of Elders.
In the end, it has still come down to this.
I earnestly hope that your assessment of him is accurate, Finan. Otherwise, the efforts of my teacher and I of the past millennium might be reduced to dust because of that great performer.
Hopefully not. Oh, we're gonna switch to an Axis POV. Hey yo, this will be fun. Oh, he's so pretty. Castorice is pretty, and Axa is pretty. I would take a screenshot, but I kind of already think I just want to use the Castorice one as my thumbnail. Oh, look at you, look at the man. We just got to admire him a couple more seconds. Okay.
I'm back here again.
He's low-key insane, and I love that for
remember
him.
This dream. This realm is covered in a silk-like fog, and the land is barren and harsh. The crowd of travelers leaves tracks everywhere.
Hey, excuse me. What is this place? Where in Amphoreus are we?
Where in Amphoreus? Sorry. And so, like, where on Earth? That's how I sound when I'm having an asthma attack.
The mutters of the traveler are in a language I'm unable to comprehend.
Oh, I don't have to narrate his
Perhaps
thought.
they're just distracted and ignored my question.
Tell me, which Titan reigns over this land? And how do I find them?
Okay. Very nice.
Hand of Shadow.
Thanatos.
Hand of Shadow Thanatos. Could this possibly be the Netherrealm?
How did you? Oh, because he's like on the verge of life and death, right? So maybe he can get glimpses into the realm of shadow or whatever you would call it.
Netherrealm.
Then where is this? River of Souls? The outskirts of the Netherrealm? Are you heading downstream toward the Netherrealm?
The Netherrealm. Nothing but an illusion.
An illusion?
Titan rejects you, me.
I mean, with some of the, I will say, with some of the theories I've been seeing about what Amphoreus is, this whole fake realm, death realm, kind of makes sense. I'm not gonna say what the theories are because, like, if you've seen them, you probably know what I'm talking about, but I also don't want to, like, potentially spoil anything for people who just want to, like, take the quest as it is. I've just seen, like, a couple of theories going around. Kind of against my will, you know? It's one of those things where sometimes you just encounter them on, like, Instagram or whatever.
Listen.
Listen.
What? The traveler lifts their wrinkled fingers and remains silent.
Why can't I narrate this? No, it's like, why is he narrating this for
They
me?
look in the direction they are pointing and listen closely.
I guess because it's his
There.
perspective, but
A massive shadow.
I
brought
think
the
even
sound
when
of rushing tides.
even when Trailblazer is voice acted, I don't think these little thoughts are narrated by her, like, audibly. Unless they are, and I'm just stupid and don't remember.
The sound of tides. I can hear it.
Water?
I hear it. Deep within the tides. Beyond the closed gates of the void world. A voice.
The Nether?
About to recount something.
The Nether. How many people have seen the Minecraft movie, and is it a good movie? I don't think it is, but...
Child of humanity, is it death's embrace you yearn for with such urgency?
Is that Cersei's? Yeah, I was like... It's Cersei's, right?
You have awoken. Welcome back to the mortal realm.
She's so funny. I
Your
love her.
consciousness is dissipating much faster than I expected. Ultimately, it seems like the Titan's core flame is incompatible with a mortal body.
How much longer can my consciousness remain in the mortal realm?
In my estimation, at best, you'll see 15 more entry hours.
That's as much time as the Trailblazer has.
15 days and nights.
Oh, that's what that means. I was like, 15 hours? Okay. I guess maybe that, when they say dawn, they're meaning like 15 more dawns, so 15
What
days.
is it? Are you finally starting to become attached to the mortal world now?
On the contrary, 15 days feels a little too long for solving a singular problem. Stop giggling. It's time for us to go.
Giggling.
The messenger from the Council of Elders is almost here.
Let me ask you one more question. Are you really planning to betray Aglaya's will?
What betrayal is there to speak of when I was never loyal to her to begin with?
What about that white-haired student of yours? Acting so recklessly, do you not care about what might happen to him?
Who cares about that guy? Oh, maybe he does
There will be
care.
a price to pay for blind faith. This is also a lesson for Finan.
Sure thing, buddy. What an angsty boy. Dear mother,
truly
you
are a
granted me
strict
life.
teacher.
Of course. This is how I've always been.
Okay, what was that? Achievement 4. Accept the Chrysos heir's invitation to become heroes together. Complete Ornex's trial. With success? Maybe? How far away? Oh, it's not far at all. I'll just walk. Or run. Or whatever. Ascend! Oh my gosh. Sunday loves that idea. Look at him. Actually, he and Axe's, like, outfits and vibes are just somewhat similar. And Axe is a little bit more insane, where, like, Sunday was just, like, traumatized. I mean, and Axe is probably traumatized in his own way, because this is a Hoyoverse game.
Keep you waiting, Lord Xynthia.
But I feel like everyone's a little traumatized in these stories. Who are you? A servo from The Sims 4?
It's been a while, Lord Xynthia. I greet you on behalf of all the citizens of Akima, and express my deepest regret about what happened at the Grove of Epiphany.
Unless it's like a non-corrupted Titankin?
It's you. I never expected that you would personally come and meet me.
Who's you?
By carefully into Lantern above, I have come as a testament to the justice of the Council of Elders.
There are Antikytherans here?
Antikytherans?
They have been
Oh,
a
is it like
rare sight
Kyrgyz?
ever since the Chrysos War.
Man, I was hoping like Kyrgyz would be like a playable character, not an NPC!
I extend to you my utmost respect, revered Titan.
But I'm guessing it's like Kyrgyz, because they mentioned him in that Council of... the Citizens Assembly... book we read, that whole...
I am like Kyrgyz, though you may call me Linus.
Okay,
Holding
fine.
an honorary position within the Council of Elders in Akima, and as the Theoros, I stand to protect the right of all upright citizens to express themselves freely.
You can see them too?
You know about us. We Antikytherans perceive the world through the amplitude and frequency of souls.
Interesting.
Just as I am conscious that Lady Aglaya is secretly listening in on our private meeting from afar.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be too
If
bothered by it, though.
necessary, Lord Xynthia, I can sever the golden thread to protect your fundamental rights.
He also has, like, hands on his chest. You guys see that? Can he, like, whip them out if he needs to do, like, a forearm boxing tournament? I don't know.
The demigod should know better, for such is her station. Spare those poor threats, and just let her listen to my words.
They shall serve only to unveil her own folly.
I feel like Anaxa has a point. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna turn down my screen brightness, so I might hear some clicking in the background. I feel like Anaxa might have a point, but it's really hard to tell why at the moment. But it's one of those things where it's like, surely he doesn't believe in the prophecy for a reason, right? Like, surely he doubts it because he has reason. We'll probably learn those reasons, but like for now, it just kind of is like, I feel like you have a point, but I can't say why at the moment.
May I interpret this as you having a countermeasure?
I need not any plan, because she can do nothing other than petty espionage.
Petty espionage.
As the Citizens' Assembly approaches
Good phrase.
with Orynyx's fall, any attempt to capture the core flame within me will only usher chaos and calamity. A truth she undoubtedly comprehends. While I, Anaxagoras, serving as the Grove's special envoy to Akima's Citizens' Assembly, have long known the extent of your abilities. Let's forego the formality of asserting authority, Lord Lygus. Lead the way.
Oh, what's up with that? Whoa. Villain,
Lady
laugh.
Kindness would appreciate such assertiveness in an ally.
Well, I don't trust kindness as I don't
She's been waiting. Follow me.
follow me. I did.
Is there something on your mind, Lord Anaxagoras?
Nothing really. It's just a question that I contemplate every time before I ascend to Dawncloud. For the Titans, does the falling equate to death?
Ah, a pondering truly deep.
It's like you're a
Time
philosopher or
is
something.
on our side. Do you mind sharing your reflections with me?
While all living beings must ultimately face their demise, Kefali has yet to meet theirs. Their journey continues unhurriedly along this long path.
Are you suggesting that Kefali may not have truly passed?
Maybe not.
Yes. For dying implies an ongoing process, an action, whereas death signifies a static state, a definitive termination.
So is he saying that, like, Kefli is dying, not dead?
In contrast to mortals,
I understand this
Titans
because I
exist
studied
on a
English.
grander scale of space and time, thus elongating their passage into death. The notion of their fall is but a misinterpretation born of mortal ignorance.
Okay, and?
An intriguing concept, albeit challenging to substantiate. After all, Kefali has maintained a profound silence ever since the era Arasa, while scholars and priests alike have conveyed the message of the gods' imminent fall.
Perhaps the gods, in their arrogance, deemed it beneath them to reveal their perspectives to mortals.
Perhaps.
Could you elaborate on your statement?
Circes, the kin of the Skyfather as recounted in myths, now resides within my brain. Were I to inquire, Kefali would have no cause to refuse.
So she's like, oh, okay.
That very well could be true. But what if the world-bearing Titan still chooses to remain silent?
In that case, the myths crafted by the people of Amphoreus are nothing more than pitiful jests.
It's worth a try. I believe, and I'd love to witness the fruits of your theory and the change it may bring to this imperiled world.
I bet he's the only
Because I
one that sees
completely
through
concur
the
with you on this aspect.
what everything means, you know.
If the Titan has indeed met their end, any response from them would be impossible.
So am I gonna try? Oh, he's gonna try and. Okay, all right. He's like, I didn't expect it to work.
Please, prevail. Professor.
Or, oh, is it, I guess we're trying to move. I don't know. Fagusa.
The children of humanity have indeed created a spectacle.
Welcome to Dawn Cloud.
Or that's just how they get to Dawn
The
Cloud. I thought that was him
atmosphere
talking
carries
with
a greater
Kefli. It was
sense
not.
of solemnity than the mundane clamor of the Marmorial Palace, with entry permitted only to the invited. Only
Cool.
esteemed beings grace this place, and among them I've received priests, scholars, warriors, and now we even have the honor to be in the presence of a Titan. Oh, what a joyous occasion.
Oh, okay.
Once deemed a blasphemer, now a surrogate for revered divinity. The honor should rightfully be mine, shouldn't it?
Shouldn't you praise me? Shut up, man.
I'll notify Kindness and the others of your arrival. Kindly wait for a moment. A soldier will be here to guide you shortly. In the meanwhile, you are welcome to explore the vicinity, but kindly remain within the guard's view.
What if I get out of their
Delaying
view?
the crucial meeting is something none of us wish to see, I presume.
Sure.
I'm well aware of Kindness's methods. There's no need to emphasize that.
As you wish. Your cooperation is much appreciated.
Alas, I had hoped for a brilliant plan from you, but it turns out you just left one cage to enter another.
Save your concerns. I know very well what I'm doing.
I shall depart to explore the surroundings then.
She's like, okay, I'll take advantage of the
Now that I
opportunity to
look
explore.
around, I wonder if there are any murals bearing my portrait around here. I'm quite intrigued to see how the children of humanity beyond the grove perceive another Titan.
Off you go. I won't be joining you. This Titan appears to be quite at ease. I should investigate the Council of Elders' recent activities first.
Be aware,
Okay.
I can hear you perfectly well from here.
Tisk. Okay, so we want to investigate. Let's go this way first, I guess. Oh. Oh, there's a chest though. Chest. Okay, that was the wrong way. Excuse me! Okay.
Professor Anaxa! Over
Let
here!
me do this. Hello. Okay. A random girl. Young scribe. I'm guessing
Professor Anaxa?
yeah, Nex is like one of her
Word
students.
has it
She's
that the
one of his
scholars
students.
The Grove valiantly perished resisting the Black Tide. To find you here safe and sound, thank the fates.
You could say it's the fates toying with us.
I don't want to be alive.
It's only the Cremnoans and Idonians who chase glory through death. But your survival is a victory in itself.
Did the
I'd
Idonians
settle for that
actually just
gladly.
all die, or like most of them? Kind of like the Cremnoans? I think, but a lot of the Cremnoans managed to escape to Akuma, right? Where it sounds like Idonians, isn't that? No, I was thinking, isn't that where Finan is from? Is like, but no, he's from Elysiae, whatever it's called, something Elysiae. Then I think they're pretty much all dead except for him.
So, are you here to
I
report
think
the
Idonia
incident
is
to the
someone
council?
else's hometown. I forget
I
who
heard
though.
that after the Black Tide devoured the Grove, Akuma would be
Like
next in
Ides,
line.
Elysiae? Maybe it is
Even
Ides.
with the demigod of strife standing alongside humankind.
Tell me, how much does the Council of Elders know about the Black Tide?
Once Kindness and her followers learned of Circe's and Orynyx's fall, they proclaimed in the council that the Flame Chasers could no longer stand against the calamity alone. Yet, when the Crown Prince ascended to godhood and repelled the Black Tide, she immediately altered her tune, declaring that all was resolved beyond Akuma, with the only remaining menace now being Aglaya and her adherents. They might well make their move at the upcoming Citizens' Assembly.
No surprises there, those shifty opportunists. Thank you for your honesty, virtuous student.
Being an opportunist could very well be a facet of wisdom.
Shouldn't you be searching for murals of yourself? I've had enough of your prattling.
I've had enough of your prattling. He has such good lines. They're so funny.
I was
They're so
really curious
actually
to see how
coded.
you would find the middle ground between both factions, so I came to listen in.
Cersei's is funny.
But it seems as though this kindness is much more ruthless than Aglaya. If so, why do you want to work with her? Could it be that perhaps you've decided to readily surrender this hollow shell of yours? Just because you feel like death is fast approaching?
I'm afraid you'll be sorely disappointed if that's what you truly think.
So what's his goal? Okay, we're going this way. Oh, chest. We might as well open up the treasure chests so I can get more stellarite jades for NX's eventual banner.
Even blasphemous
I see another
can
one.
Come here, it seems.
Okay, you don't have to be
Looks like
rude
my
about it.
presence here is quite unwelcome.
Like, you can be nice about it if you want. Like, you don't have to be rude, wizened priest. You're just an old man.
Xynthia, I thought that you had died to the Black Tide, just like the other scholars.
I think you mean you wished he had died, but, no.
As Kefali's priest, are you not aware of the decorum of respecting the dead?
Oh my gosh.
Surely you jest. You blasphemous heretics are not worthy of respect from the Supreme Being. Let me remind you that you're currently in Dawn Cloud, so you'd better keep your deranged language to yourself.
How about you
I am
keep-
no longer that altar servant from years ago who could only acquiesce to the commands of others. Now, I have plenty of ways
You
to deal
probably
with
have
people
deranged
like you.
language, sir.
I'm not sure whether I should laugh or cry right now. I can't believe that a follower such as you could have been made by a creation titan.
Oh my gosh.
As I see it, a dead titan can't provide you with this level of confidence, right? Then who is it exactly? Could it be kindness?
You.
I don't trust kindness.
How fond
As
of
far
you
as I can
Elder
throw her.
Kindness is, I shall let that slide for now. Leave immediately, and don't impede us from receiving the Supreme Being's blessings.
He was literally invited here. Why are you telling him to
Seeing as we
leave?
were able to hear of this matter from the mouths of others, it seems that kindness is indeed quite sincere toward us. Perhaps this affair will proceed smoother than I had anticipated.
I'm sure his plan is a little bit more complicated,
What a
complex
thrilling confrontation.
than I'm gonna
As
do whatever
expected of
kindness
one of
wants.
Kefali's followers.
He's probably trying to, like, suss out what her plan is so he can either find a way to agree with it or disagree with it, you know? Like, whatever he feels is the right decision.
Are you praising or insulting him?
Praising him, of course. As a believer of the god of deliverance, it is only natural that he detests evil.
God of Deliverance. Oh. Because they said he was one of Kefali's followers, right? And Mighty calls Finan Deliverer. We know no. Finan's supposed to take on Kefali's trial and obtain his core flame and whatnot. I think a lot of people know that by now.
Didn't you hear me? I asked you to leave. Go as far away from here as possible. Don't mutter to yourself like some sort of madman and disturb my meditation.
Sorry, you can't see this,
Could the 15th
demigod.
entry hour arrive any faster?
I want to die, he just said. Bro really said, can I just pass away now? That sounds great.
Oh, my. Could it be that the great tree painted in this mural is actually depicting me?
A tree. Perhaps it is.
Every plant, every tendril, no, even every leaf could be the embodiment of Circe's.
As a result, mere mortals who did not know what the Titan actually looked like chose to paint them as a giant tree instead. Their wisdom was portrayed as fruit, to symbolize how they shared their knowledge equally among the masses.
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to hit that.
Such exquisiteness indeed.
This mural is quite abstract.
But like, they don't know that I'm actually
I really
a person
can't
who
tell
kind of
whether
has
you are
tree-ish
praising or
qualities.
demeaning yourself. Now I'm quite curious whether the Reason Titan has studied figures of speech before.
Of course I find such stylistic devices interesting. For all we know, this could be the answer to the question, what exactly are we?
I, for one, am not willing to admit that I could look this ugly.
I think the tree looks nice.
Was this the reason why you failed in your attempt to refine my soul when you were ambushed at the Grove?
Because he thinks he's hot or
Since
something.
you
I
were
don't
aware
know.
of this, why did you save me back then?
He knows he's a handsome man.
From my perspective, this point alone was enough to separate you from the average person.
How do two lunatics coexist in the same brain?
Like, we're both a little
Therefore,
crazy.
It seems that your journey to Dawnfloud this time is not just to seek protection. What, then, is the intention behind your actions?
The entire plan is stored in my memory. So why don't you look there?
Then don't mind if I do.
She's like, okay, I'll invade your thoughts.
1 year old? 2 years old?
That's gonna take a while.
Oh my. Even a member of the preeminent Seven Sages must hug his droma stall to sleep? How interesting.
That's enough.
Don't talk about that.
How unusual. Your soul is actually trembling. This must mean that behind this toy hides a secret that nobody knows, right?
Since our days are both numbered, I don't mind telling you more about it.
He liked his little plushie.
This is a present that
He's
my
a
sister
silly.
gave to me.
Aww.
It's a doll that was made to look like our family pet.
Oh, I guess his sister is dead.
So there are other members in your family, eh? Are they also living in Akama?
I'm just gonna go out on a limb here. No pun intended, Circes. And say that they're dead.
Don't you just love to pick through my brain? Go on, continue flipping through my memories. It won't take long. You'll discover the answer when you reach the memories of when I was 5.
Oh, the black tide is everywhere. I can't bear to look.
When I was young, I couldn't accept this outcome either. Georios, Aquila, Kefali, and you, of course. Although I prayed to every titan that I could think of for help, my efforts were ultimately futile.
This... Could this be the inception of your research into alchemy?
Indeed it was. Everything started from that verdant courtyard of yours. When I was pursuing my education there, I naturally also came to learn of Thelesis' theory as well.
The first scholar, Thelesis.
I remember that person. He was the one to come up with the concept of souls, right?
Not only that, he also believed that life, as well as the composition, movement, and transformation of matter, all stem from souls themselves. This is why I thought that, since all living things stemmed from the same origin, why could I not sacrifice myself in order to resurrect my nearest and dearest?
So he just wanted to reenact the plot of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. How did that go for you? Is that why you're missing an eye?
Anaxa, you...
Empedocles.
I did it, teacher. But this is absolute blasphemy. Regardless of how much freedom the Grove provides, such an act could cause you to be burned at the pyre. Your beloved, where is she now? Send her away from the Grove at once, to a place where nobody will ever be able to find her. Otherwise, the both of us will be judged by the Council of the Seven Sages.
Your beloved? Huh?
Calm down, teacher.
Okay, he just means his sister.
She's still not in the mortal realm, even to this day.
What do you mean?
It was naive of me to think that I could snatch the deceased from Thanatos' grip by merely sacrificing one eye.
I was right. That's how he lost his eye, y'all.
Equivalent exchange.
Bruh, I know what this means. I watched the
All
anime.
I received for that price was but an opportunity to see her for one final time. Nothing more.
And maybe that's all he really needed, you know?
Let it go, Anaxa. As one of my best students, I cannot watch you go down the wrong path without doing anything to stop it. Never do something taboo ever again. Don't disappoint the deceased, and never harm yourself.
Don't mess with an Axa.
Do that.
He'll kill
this
himself.
classroom will still be yours
to get his
you'll
way.
have a chance to live out your own life.
Since I was able to see her one last time, I have no other desires.
That's sweet.
You're right, teacher. It's time for me to start a new life.
Now I'm going to become a professor and everyone is going to hate me.
I am sincerely glad for you, child.
Okay, about an hour and a half into
What topic
streaming.
would you like to study?
Recording.
I wish to continue Thalesis' research.
Continue the research into souls, but you know that the Grove has long since understood his philosophy like the back of their hands. Even if you continue digging into this subject, your efforts will likely be futile.
No, teacher. After my fleeting glimpse of the deathly fog, I finally understood a single truth. Since ancient days, our understanding of the souls is but the tip of the iceberg.
And what does she mean by that?
I may have lost an eye, but my view of the world has become clearer than ever. I have grasped the truth with my bare hands. Watch as I turn this farcical world upside down.
He's so Scaramouche coated. The sky is fake. Ooh.
Who would have thought such a secret lay concealed beneath that hefty eye patch of yours? However, this story doesn't seem to be connected to your plan. In fact, I'd say that they aren't related at all.
The answer lies within the tale. If even you cannot understand it, perhaps you should relinquish the divinity of reason to me. After all, it'd be a waste for you to hold on to it. My story ends here. Now it's time for you to tell me your secret. After all, this is what equivalent exchange means, correct?
As expected, you laid a trap for me to step into. Unfortunately, even if I was willing to talk about my past, I may not know more about it than you do.
Interesting.
Oh? Are you saying that the renowned Reason Titan is now admitting a lack of wisdom? Your followers are going to be sorely disappointed by this.
Bruh, she can't. They can't help it.
Humanity, remember this. Being cognizant of one's ignorance is the greatest wisdom of all.
Which philosopher said, all I know is that I know nothing?
Now I understand. No wonder you asked me to answer your random, nonsensical questions.
Not only that, you're the only one who can shed light on my query. As the saying goes, onlookers see most clearly.
Maybe like, do a lot of the Titans not remember their pasts? That'd be kind of interesting.
Is that so?
Lord Anaxa. I saw you muttering to yourself and was wondering whether you were caught in a delirium of reflective thought. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but time is of the essence. I have a message from Lord Lygus. Lady Kindness has met up with the Council of Elders and is awaiting your arrival. So please depart forthwith.
It's finally time.
It's like, are you okay?
The one who created the world, and the one who bears the world. If you truly have not met your end, how will you answer the challenges of those who defy you?
I didn't expect you to agree to Lady Kindness's invitation. What a wonderful turn of events.
I'm just gonna walk.
To tell you the truth, There are many people who hold grudges against that Lady Goldweaver.
Just so I could hear everything she wanted to say.
Isn't that the Dromas draped in finery?
Avoid his gaze. I don't acquaint myself with blasphemers.
It be
Don't
so for
worry.
real.
He's too full of pride to pay us any attention.
Your nickname is Dromas as well? You must really like those creatures.
You know, why not? I'm guessing I have to use this hidden passage. I like this area. It's interesting. Okay, I'll rotate the picture a little bit to the left. Or whatever. I don't know.
A student of Empedocles? I hear that his views run counter to the Venerationists.
This is what being a scholar is about. A collision of ideas only
Was Sunday
occurs
saying
when
something
there are
about how the
differences
puzzle
in
wasn't hard?
beliefs. And it is such collisions that lead to progress.
Yet, in my view, there are only right
This
and
lady's
wrong
like, why won't you run with
perspectives,
me? Because I'm gonna miss all
neither
this
of which can
dialogue.
coexist with the other.
What radical thinking. I guess this is why the children of humanity always squabble with each other.
How boring.
How boring.
You seem to be avoiding that Goldweaver person. Why don't you address her face to face?
Yay, we got the thing up and running.
I have nothing to talk about with her. Since you're in my brain, you can look for...
Lord Lygus and Lady Kindness are just ahead.
Okay, sorry, I interrupted
I'll take
you.
my leave for now.
I interrupted you, Anaxa. My apologies. I hope you can forgive me. But we gotta get on with the story, bud. You can't yap forever. He's definitely a yapper. He's someone who'll just talk and then you just like walk away and he'll still be talking.
Welcome to the Demigod Council, esteemed guests.
Oh, my Tuskbeer, you mean? Just kidding. Hello, Elder Kindness.
Lord Anaxagoras. Oh, I've heard so much about you. Head of the Nusporists of the Grove of Epiphany, notorious blasphemer, a Chrysos heir who bears Circe's core flame, a survivor of the Grove calamity.
Wow, thank you for summarizing everything that happened in the previous quests.
Did I miss anything? Well, if so, please be so kind as to enlighten me.
Sorry, that was too much exposition.
Since Lady Kindness is already well acquainted with me, I won't waste any effort introducing myself again. But then again, perhaps the customs are different here. Back in my hometown, there is a form of etiquette known as honoring guests. The host will welcome their guest with warm hospitality by treating them to fine wine and a cozy bed.
Is he lying?
And yet, ever since I arrived, I have not been welcomed with warm courtesy or ceremonial gifts. Instead, I am met with intense scrutiny.
It's your reputation,
Even
I'm
more
sorry to
absurd,
say.
The host has sharpened their blade and instructed their servants to lie in wait in the shadows. Perhaps you intend to cut open my heart, retrieve the core flame, and then hold a grand feast for all of the guests.
Eating his heart, that's the feast? I don't think that's what he meant, but that's how I interpreted it.
Everyone, stand down.
Interpreted it. Okay, sorry. Everyone, stand down. Oh, the guards are mysteriously
Thank you for
gone.
understanding. I am but a feeble scholar
Not the
who is
feeble
not used to
scholar.
the stench of avarice and blood.
Doesn't Alhaitham, because I know Alhaitham was based on Sue, and like an Anaxa is also based on Sue from Honkai Impact 3rd. But Alhaitham says he's a feeble scholar as well. At least Anaxa actually looks feeble. Alhaitham's like, I'm a feeble scholar. And he's like ripped. What?
No need to be humble, my lord. From my perspective, your courage and gumption are worthy of the reputation of the Seven Sages. Your bravery is more than adequate to accomplish our perilous endeavor.
So, you wish to start a war?
Well, since the Chrysos heirs are calling for war, we will respond in kind. Conflict is inevitable. Since Aglaya endeavors to suppress the virtuous commoners with blood of gold, we will not hesitate to display the rights and mettle the citizens of Akima are so entitled to. As to your question of whether peace is still a viable option, well, to that I can only say this. Everything hinges on the next citizens' assembly and whether they have a sudden epiphany amid the clamor of the masses.
And will they? What do you think?
And since you, as a Chrysos heir, accepted our invitation, you have indeed given us a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, well, I think he has his own reasons for accepting your invitation, not because he intends to, like, side with you necessarily.
What brazen arrogance. What you're saying right now is worlds apart from what you were saying before you retired your cleaners.
I don't deny it. After all, they're responsible for cleaning up any threats, and just a moment ago, you were on the side of the Chrysos heirs.
But who's to say he's, like, not, he's on your side? Like, you're just assuming he's on your side, too. I think he's on his own side,
but now
lady.
That you're an ally
Bud.
of ours, we can continue talking somewhere else. As you know, these walls have ears.
Okay, sure.
I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to discuss a treatise about the Venerationists with your teacher, Empedocles.
Sorry, I'm gonna do the walking thing so I can hear all the dialogue.
Instead, Lord Anaxa.
Oh, my bad, Lady Kindness, or Elder Kindness.
Detractors.
It's normal for ideas to have supporters and dissenters, just like how there are two types of people in this world: geniuses and dimwits.
Really? You say so? If you think that's the case, alright. I'm a dimwit, I guess. Comment if you are a dimwit or a genius. Everyone better say dimwit to make me feel better. Just kidding. Hey.
Welcome back to the hub of the Demigod Council, Lord Anaxagoras. Surely you remember that countless eloquent orators have stood in this spot before and emerged victorious by stoking public sentiment with their words. And yet there have also been innumerable blasphemous philosophers who set themselves up for failure because they refused to defend their actions. This tiny stage is the most profound embodiment of Akima in centuries. In 15 days, this site shall also become the most important, as well as the final turning point in Akima's history.
Yeah, see, that's when he is supposed to, die, and also when Trailblazer is supposed to die. Everyone's gonna die in 15 days. So we don't really have... I don't think we'll be able to attend the meeting, unfortunately. I'm gonna be dead that day.
May the both of us carry out our duties.
Unfortunately. Imagine that being your response. Sorry, I can't come to the meeting. I'll be dead that day.
A golden age with no death, strife, or trickery.
Oh my, 15 days and nights. That aligns perfectly with the date of your demise. Could such a coincidence truly exist?
Using death to prove myself fits my intentions perfectly.
What strong conviction you have. As expected of the hero who dared to stand up to the Gold Weaver.
As expected, she misunderstands you.
That's enough, Lady Kindness. Dispense with the niceties. I only accepted your invitation so that I can serve the commoners alongside the members of the Council of Elders. Don't test my patience with such superfluous formalities.
Well, you say that now, but
I like that.
Surely you also require my aid as well, so that you can stay alive even when being pursued by the Golden Thread?
You worry too much. She won't show her hand too freely, as she still needs to garner support from the masses at the Citizens' Assembly.
Even someone like me can tell that only a sliver of her humanity remains. Surely you're not asserting that she will definitely act in a rational manner.
She seems pretty rational. I don't trust you, Kindness, but maybe it's because, you know, we're supposed to know Aglaya is like... I don't know. Aglaya's not ultimately trustworthy, I will say, because she does, like, I feel like, conceal a lot of information from us. But when the one scholar that we talked to earlier was saying that, like, she changed her perspective after Mighty obtained the core flame after, I'm like, she flip-flops on her ideals, or her ideas, or whatever she's going for as far as policies, so I can't trust someone who's wishy-washy is what I'll say, you know?
As you're no doubt aware, Aglaya covets the core flame that I possess, which makes it the bargaining chip that allows me and the rest of you to negotiate with her. However, in return, I'll need the Council of Elders to support me as much as possible. Naturally, this includes the guards as well. You're well aware how valuable Circe's core flame will be in the era Chrysia that you are desperately pursuing. Talk is cheap, so you'd better act prudently as well.
Got him.
I understand. After all, this battle of wits is just a means for each party to acquire what they need. As long as your request is reasonable, the Council of Elders never shortchanges its allies. Since we're both intent on mutual cooperation, let's not mince words and just speak plainly to each other. Let us decide how much we can secure for ourselves and how much we're willing to sacrifice, like true philosophers, with our words and wisdom.
Let's begin then.
Continuing from the earlier topic, let us discuss our common enemy, Aglaya. She
What
is
about
the
her?
second most experienced Chrysos heir across the whole of Akama, who has gradually lost her humanity to the ravages of time and the ablation of the core flame. A formidable opponent
I'm
indeed.
also cleaning my glasses at the same time while she's chatting, so if you hear other noises, that's probably why. Okay. Formidable opponent.
Admittedly, there is ample reason for her to take your life. Yet your previous reasoning is quite sound. As a seasoned political animal, it's unclear whether she will actually cross that irreversible boundary. Moreover, she still needs you alive so that the Titan's trial can be completed. Is there anyone present who can swear by the sacred vow of Kefali and guarantee that you weren't in league with that woman before coming here? Are you just trying to pull the wool over our eyes and aid her in her savagery?
I believe you're aware of Castorice the Executioner.
Sorry, I didn't click. She is prepared to execute me, is what I said.
Long before
That's
I returned to Akama, Aglaya had already dispatched her to monitor me. If I weren't able to reach this place in time, I would have been forced to meet Thanatos first. As compared to a comprehensive plan with uncertain results, if you decide to cut open my chest and remove the core flame, wouldn't that settle her nerves even more? Everything is in place. She just needs the right timing.
I understand what you mean. At the very least, the both of us agree that this tyrant who wallows in extravagance and greed is the greatest threat to achieving peace in Akama.
She just really hates Aglaya.
The
I'm like, I
Council of
don't
Elders is
love
willing to
Aglaya, but I
defend
don't
the
hate her
right
like
to live,
that. Like,
just as we defend every oppressed
I don't think
citizen.
she's that bad.
However, I regret to say that sentiments in favor of the Chrysos heirs and Aglaya are only growing in magnitude. The peace that we are aspiring toward, as well as everything that we hold dear, will be destroyed completely. The city will be burned to ashes, and the citizens' blood will be shed. Tell me, what are you willing to do for our esteemed citizens so that they can vanquish the enemies of our fine city?
Okay, I'm guessing. Yeah, okay. Garnering my support is equivalent to garnering the support of the entire grove. I will be the one to shatter Aglaya's self-righteousness. I'll say garnering my support is equivalent to garnering the support. But if I don't mention Aglaya directly, is she gonna be like, you didn't say anything about Aglaya?
Although the circumstances are rather unfortunate from an objective point of view, it is an undeniable fact that ever since the grove was attacked, I have become the de facto leader of the grove. The Council of Elders needs more backing if it wishes to topple Aglaya.
Okay,
And
so he
it's
still
evident
mentions
that the
Aglaya in
Academy
this
wields
version.
considerable influence.
In this, choice.
At the very least, I have served as the Grove's special envoy to Akama for a significant amount of time. Of course, this also means that I will hold a crucial vote at the Citizens' Assembly.
In the name of Kefali, Akama thanks you for your sincere and valuable thoughts. At this stage, it's clear that you and I understand the benefits to be won from this discussion. Let me put it plainly.
Okay.
The Council of Elders has always been renowned for its fairness, and that fairness is built on a foundation of sincerity.
If you say so.
The Council of Elders has vowed to all citizens of Akaba that it will always remain loyal to them.
Like, I'm sure she wants to
As for
protect
you, my
Akama and the citizens
How
of
will you
Akama and
guarantee
Amphoreus
that
as a
you
whole.
will be able to live up to such earnestness and will not
But
betray
I still
Akama's
don't really like
indomitable
her.
citizens when the opportunity presents itself? Just as you now betray Aglaya when it suits you.
He's not betraying. How absurd. My loyalty is unquestionable.
Surely you jest.
Surely you
My
jest.
loyalty does not
He's so
need
silly.
to be proven. The fact that the Council of Elders is asking for proof of my loyalty is itself akin to a form of betrayal.
Because he keeps saying he was never with Aglaya to begin with, so it's not betrayal. She's like, that's not
I
very
am incredibly honored to have witnessed the both of you bury the hatchet in a civilized manner. However, I am afraid that I must interrupt for a brief moment. As the Theoros, I have observed the following. Lady Aglaya, the Goldweaver, is currently on her way to Dawncloud.
Oh. Well, I do believe that we might have a slight overabundance of guests today.
Feeling dissatisfied, Lady Kindness? Despite the Council of Elders' lofty residence on Dawncloud, it must still tolerate the whims of the Chrysos heirs.
So you were holding back just now. Seems like you are better at playing this game than I. In any case, I'm glad that she's arriving here. So tell me, Anaxagoras, now that you're an ally of mine, if Aglaya were to demand that I hand you over, what should I do?
Okay, I was wondering if I would have dialogue option. I do not.
You can do as she says. Tell her that the Council of Elders merely wished to chat with me and had no intention of offending her. However, by doing so, the authority of the Council of Elders will be as thin as papyrus that has been soaked in blood. Not only can it be destroyed at the slightest touch, but the Council will also lose possession of a valuable core flame. No, more like 2 core flames. After all, at the next Citizens' Assembly, that young lady who is synonymous with death will also be standing on our side.
Well, she...
Oh? How can you be sure of that?
Is that of importance to you? All you need to know is that I have a plan.
Okay.
In my
Mr.
opinion,
I have a plan.
You should be more worried about the impending threat. If Aglaya can seize me in full view of the masses today, she could also dismiss the entire Council of Elders in one fell swoop tomorrow. If that happens, the discussion that we've just had will turn into an utter joke instead. Is this the outcome that you wish to see, Lady Kindness?
Fine. I will handle this matter appropriately. But you do best to remember this. Fool the people and karma will be on your tail. I'll overlook it this time, but don't count on there being a next time. Unless, of course, you crave cruel punishment and consider suffering the perfect state to ponder the true nature of souls.
Maybe he does.
Well, what do you know? That happens to be one of my rare talents.
Silly boy.
We shall see then.
We shall see indeed.
Ah, I've got to say that you've managed to really impress me again. But shouldn't you be going after more?
Dying to know what I'm after.
I mean, I'm the reason Titan after all. It is in me to ask and seek answers.
Easy there. You'll learn the answers soon enough.
This duo was kind of funny.
I didn't bring it up with her.
Pretty
purely
goofy.
Because she doesn't have the means to give me what I truly want.
A god
It's
and
as they
the
say,
man she is possessing.
onlookers see most clearly. The true masters of Dawncloud have always been the Theoros, who watches over everything.
Like, Kindness really isn't the one in control. It's someone more like Lygus. Alright. I'll speak with Lygus as it tells me to. Ugh, my game's lagging a little bit. Dying.
Unexpected visitor. Welcome once again. You know, you could actually skip all the pointless debate and come straight to me to seek an audience with Kefali. I have no reason to refuse you. Do I?
Is that one of his reasons to come for coming? Is to seek an audience with Kefali.
Whoever gets hold of Kefali's core flame will get to rule over Akama. She is
that's what I
wary of
want.
me, so naturally I had to gain her trust. I would say that debate was not at all pointless.
Very true.
In my view, this individual has gone to great lengths to get close to Kefali. He might very well be plotting something nefarious against the Titan. Are you still willing to let him pass, knowing this?
Yes, very much so. All living creations are always free to visit Kefali's transcendent vessel. This comes with being the World-Bearer.
How convenient it is to be able to hear what they say.
It is truly my honor to speak to a venerated Titan in person. Please, go ahead. Let me join you both on this journey.
Okay, we're gonna go speak with him.
A bygone myth tells of an occasion where Kefali once answered their followers' questions on the peak of the holy mountain. Their followers have since believed that scaling this Titan cliff is one way of being with the god.
Okay.
Hear that? It's not every day that you get to climb a mountain with Circes. You should sing me a hymn of praise.
He's like, I'll pass, probably.
Titan hymns are beyond me.
I can't sing, is probably what he's thinking. Okay, let's go. I'll probably do like you're slow, bud. I can outrun you. Okay, fine. We'll do this so you can have a chance to catch up. Or whatever. Like, why am I faster than you? Aren't your character models about the same height, I guess, but that means we should be running the same speed, not I shouldn't be faster than you. I'll just like stand right behind him. So it's like awkward. I'm like running into him. Go faster, buddy, go faster. Come on. Okay. Oh, there's a chest. I want the chest. Oh, I wanted the chest.
Take this Yanis shortcut, and the long pilgrimage stairway will be waiting for you at its end.
I have to admit, I never expected you to not ask me anything. Not even my motive.
Because I know very well what it is you are after. As the saying goes, a gentleman helps others achieve their goals. I have a feeling that your theory will be validated at the end of this journey.
He's probably just curious to see what...
I believe Kefali will not deprive you of your right to ask your
He's curious to see how this will turn out. So he won't prevent him from doing so.
Of death. You must be closer to Kefali than anyone else. Wouldn't you agree?
I hope things go as you say, then.
Trailblazer is also very close to death. Need I remind you. But they don't know that.
The farcical world is bound to turn it upside down. It is my hope that you bring a much-needed change
He
to this
said
world,
farcical
which
world as
is
well.
on the brink of destruction.
Sorry, guys. I'm really trying not to cough so much. I don't... Like I said, I think I have to be coming down with a cold or something. I just, like, can't breathe. Oh, it just feels like there's a little tickle in the back of my throat that won't go away. Like, I need to clear my throat, but it won't. Bong! I did it. Bong!
Honestly, this is my first time going up to Dawn Cloud's peak.
What a splendid view. Isn't it about time you recognize the magnificence of us Titans?
Well, I don't see how this place is different from those temples in the city. All they have are magnificent facades. And even though I've come this far, I'm still doubtful about getting useful clues from him.
I must be getting ahead of myself to be expecting to hear something nice from you.
Yeah, probably.
Haven't you been in my head for some time now? It's high time you get used to how I feel about things. All right.
I don't think you feel.
Just a
You
short
don't
hour
have
away from
feelings.
Kefla.
You're too
No time to
you're
waste.
too
here.
reasonable for feelings. Oh no, heart attack.
So the intellectual
Or,
debate
it's not funny,
from
but-
earlier was too draining for you, huh? If Amphoreus gets a new lease on life, you should focus on strengthening your body and stop shirking social interactions.
He's weak, and he's bad in social situations, just like me for real.
Save your concern.
I'm sure
The
it's just
Titan is in
the
sight. Can you make it?
it's the you know, ever approaching death for him that makes him weak.
Why? Are you going to carry me up if I were to fall now? I know how far I can go. So just hold your tongue and come along.
Fine then. I guess I won't say any more. I'll just wait till your soul dissipates completely to gain control over your body.
Wait. Is that... Cersei's? Hey, look at that.
Huh? What should I be looking at?
They don't see anything.
Am I hallucinating? Or do we even get to see souls who are close to dying?
Interesting. Perhaps. Let's get the speed boost. Yay, we're so fast. Look at us go. Deja vu. Oh.
Oh?
Yeah, that's
Why
what I said.
didn't you bring your
Oh.
favorite spear with you on this trip, Nias?
Nice.
Ah, yes. I know I've heard this name somewhere.
It's unfortunate. The Black Tide destroyed every last inch of my calyx.
Calyx. Calyx. Crimson
How
Calyx.
could that be? Even a creation of Georios, from their prized ores and molten fire, couldn't escape the fate of destruction?
Hey, Cersei's. Do you know a certain Nias?
Nias? No, not that I remember.
The like background noise here
How
is
did
like
you even think up
almost
such a strange name?
loud. It's like louder than they're talking. Like the like, what do you call it? Ambient noises. Like, why are they so loud? They don't need to be
just
so loud.
saw him.
I mean, there are a lot of
Nias.
people talking and
A
whatnot.
warrior-like figure who was just chatting with you here.
No, I have no such memory. Could you be hallucinating?
I wonder what's going on. The feeble. He's so feeble.
This is a departed spirit.
Offer greetings to Kefla. This is a pilgrimage platform dedicated to devout believers, but you, Anaxagoras, never kneel to false gods. Oh my gosh, they're like, you can't do that, you're Anaxagoras. That's funny. Ooh, might as well. Sometimes I don't really understand what the purpose of this is, but... And a chest.
It's a long journey.
Yippee! Ascend! Whoa! Yippee! A nice, fun ride. I feel like I at least need to, you know, get to the top, and then maybe we'll call it good after that. Another one.
You two again.
I can
Enough about
offer more greetings, but I can't.
Did
I
Chaos
actually
ever
can't do
reply
that.
to you?
Chaos.
Well, regrettably.
Seems like the price of becoming a demigod is a lot heftier than we thought.
Chaos. Demigod. I've never heard of this person. Which Titan's authority did he inherit?
Look on the bright side, Nias. Since we've come all this way, I doubt he'd snub his old friends, would he?
That's just
Something that
hope we
happened in
mean
the
as
past,
much
but
as the
Cersei's
world
doesn't remember it for some reason. We know Nias is like the the reason portion of Nikador.
Hey! Are you seeing that same hallucination again?
Yes. It's still you and Nias, but you're now talking about a certain Chaos.
Chaos, not chaos,
I'm
my bad.
guessing he's one of your companions?
Chaos? This This name sounds just as strange to me.
Never mind. I think I know what this is about. If things are as I thought, then they aren't hallucinations, but the souls of people.
What? But if those are the souls of the dead, then what am I?
Beats me.
Smirk.
For all
Beats
I
me.
know, it's just an illusion I conjured up in my dying moments. Let's just keep going.
Could be.
As long as I take
She
in
could
more
just be an
sights
illusion.
and hear more stories.
Know your limits. Wander too far among the dead, and even I might not be able to save you.
Fine.
Sure, yeah, of course.
If this is indeed as I thought, then this would be very amusing.
You can see even more souls. All these translucent purple people are souls, I'm guessing. Oh, and there's another one.
So, we meet again.
Oh! Oh no!
I'm sure you wouldn't mind us
Tuskfear, are you okay? Yippee!
Can you keep going?
Of course. I'm just... If I knew we had to climb a mountain, I wouldn't have come along with you.
So, like, we're
I guess
questioning if
this
this is
also
actually
counts as one
Cersei's,
aspect of the
or...
world-bearing burden.
Because I'm guessing it is
If
Cersei's.
Amphoreus does have
But
the
who
next
knows
life,
what happened
you may
here?
want to
That
get
why
your
they don't
body in
remember this
shape.
moment.
Keep your sarcasm to yourself.
I'm not getting anything of value from them.
I would sooner throw myself off this cliff and hit rock bottom than exercise even a little. I am Calypso of the eminent Seven Sages, after all.
Calypso?
Training would make me no different from those Helcalithist barbarians.
I remember she, whatever, called themselves Calypso when we first met them. But then was like, actually, I'm Cersei's, so...
Calypso. She's one of the Seven Sages. A member of the Grove?
Because they pretended to be Calypso, and then we're like, actually, I'm Cersei's.
She can't be. I would know her name if she really were one of the Seven Sages. Hey, Cersei's. Does the name Calypso ring a bell? Cersei's?
Where did they go?
They're gone. Doesn't matter. I can do this myself.
Alright, you wimpy little
Looks like
skull.
Oh, beautiful old world. Where are you now?
Oh.
Oh, legendary era Chrysia, return to the mortal realm. Splendid gods once walked the paths we walk.
What's going on?
Alas, all that's left of that warmth is a hazy mirage.
Why are you chanting that too?
I don't know, we're gonna die and things are weird and we don't even know what's going on. Gods are not gods. I don't know what's going on. If I knew, I would say.
We're here. Finally. So, I don't get to ask the Titan my question. But all of you make for a pleasant surprise, nonetheless. Very well then. Let me uncover the truth for myself.
Bro can't run upstairs. Huh?
Did I still fail to make it in time? Huh? So, I'm back here again.
What?
This is... I can hear it. I hear it from the depths of the tides. Behind the closed doors of the void world. A voice ready to tell me something.
Yes?
This time, the voice is a lot clearer than before.
What does it say? Nice.
Since we've come this far, let's just wait.
Calypso.
Lord Nias and Miss Calypso, are you both here to visit Chaos too?
That's Castorice.
Yes, and we've been waiting for quite some time now.
Regrettably, he hasn't answered us. The worst-case scenario is that he's already been overwhelmed and crushed by the world-bearing burden.
So is Kao supposed to be like the first person they thought would inherit the core flame of Kefli or whatever?
You're overthinking, Lord Nias. I can still sense Chaos' soul in the area.
I mean, it looks like Castorice, but maybe it's not?
And besides, we both know Chaos' nature. A deliverer like him wouldn't fall so readily. Much less give up on all that he holds dear. Isn't that so?
Yes. I have faith in him.
Or are they like, was Nias the previous... If we want to go into a theory that this is a simulation. Sorry, I said I wouldn't mention the theory, but now I want to talk about it, so I'm going to talk about it. Was Nias actually a previous core flame bearer of Nikador? Calypso is a previous core flame bearer of Circe's, and then this is potentially Castorice, or just the previous core flame bearer of Thanatos. And for some reason, Anax is able to see all this happen, in the past.
Reminds me, why are you making this trip alone, Polixia?
Polixia.
Oh, my sister needs more time to make sure the flowers are fine.
Such a pity. Both of you have hearts kinder than anyone else. Yet you are born only to take over Thanatos' divinity.
Both of them. So is Polixia potentially Castorice's sister?
Everything that I see and hear this time has left me shaken to the core.
What does this mean?
What may seem like a mundane conversation is in truth a once-in-a-lifetime exchange that has revealed the ultimate answer to Circe's question.
What exactly are we?
The conjecture has taken shape and must now be solidified into a theorem. Next, I only need to seek verification from Kefli. By doing so, I can answer Circe's question and reclaim my body. But no, I will not do that. That isn't important.
Huh, what is that?
Because another one of my conjectures, one that I have always dreamed of proving, has been proved right this very instant. Fusing a mortal soul with that of a Titan to replace said Titan is not a ludicrous idea after all.
It's not? And why not? Oh, we're switching to Don Hung's POV.
What are you thinking about?
Just amazed at how this towering tree is Circe's divine body. It's a majestic sight.
Is that so? You don't look the slightest bit amazed, though. Plus, you seem to be strangely familiar with the city around the great tree.
Merely something from the past that I won't go into.
Events of the past, huh? I was also a child when I looked up at Circe's. Their leaves and branches reflected the sparkling stars. And their trunk was like a pillar that supported the sky and ground. I stood at this very spot back then, imagining the day when I could climb to the top of this tree. Because I would be the closest I can be to the sky at that spot.
You're a sky priest, yet you study at a place that is home to the Reason Titan. That's rather counterintuitive.
Don't read too much into it. I mean, can mortals even hope to reach Aquala's realm? They're a strict and draconian god.
Draconian god?
Nothing like Circe.
Like a dragon?
Reason is willing to share what is theirs with others, but Sky only expects people to revere them.
Interesting.
You get what I'm saying, right, Denny? After all, the Titan that imprisoned you and Grey here in Amphoreus is none other than Aquila themselves.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, I didn't count on provoking the ire of a local god.
But there will always be people who dream of soaring towards the sky. The Grove has a wealth of research on Aquila, and that is exactly what we are here for. It's just... I never thought Grey would meet with something like that before we set off. As a physician, I should have been there by his side.
His side? I'm a... Wrong voice line! Honkai Starl, you didn't record a voice line for a female trailblazer? Bad luck tends to come in streaks, so don't beat yourself up over it. Besides, Aglaya needs you here to uncover the truth behind what happened to the Grove. Let's just make the most out of this trip and keep a lookout for any documents related to the Death Titan. They could be useful to Xynthia.
Yeah, there's no rest for the weary, huh? In any case, what we're looking for could be anywhere in this enormous grove. Let's split up to cover more ground. Danny, with your skills, I'm sure those monsters born with Black Tide will pose no threat to you anyway.
What about you? Will you be alright on your own?
Have you forgotten that you're talking to the chief physician of the Twilight Courtyard? Have more faith in me. I'll be just fine.
The silence in here is near deafening. With the vast amount of knowledge it holds, this academy is akin to a labyrinth of information. Even the cleverest of scholars would easily lose their way in here. I should gather my thoughts before heading in. What the heck, guys? I'm trying to talk, but I need to, cough. How to leave Amphoreus. In the myths, Aquila, the titan who reigns over the domain of the skies, is a colossal bird that overlooks the world beneath them with 100 eyes. As long as they continue to soar above the clouds, the people of Amphoreus will remain trapped on the ground. Hyacinth's forebears were priests who worshipped Aquila. Nobody is more familiar with the taboos of the Sky Titan than her. Seeing how Aglaya has sent her here as a guide, it's possible that she plans to have Hyacinth take on a trial in the future. Amphoreus' Titan mythology. In Amphoreus, Titans are considered a common topic of discussion. People create myths that, in turn, conceive Titans. It's a tricky task to keep an objective view when among the people of Amphoreus. Is there a way to step out of the situation and look at it from a different perspective? Oh gosh. Titans and Eons. Titans and Eons are two distinct classes of beings. Titans can communicate with us humans, and it is not impossible for us to overpower them. Upon their demise, we can even take over their divinity. In this regard, Titans can be said to be a lot more similar to humans than Eons are. The Chrysos heirs and demigods. Do you think Hyacinth's just staring at him like, why is he just thinking to himself? Do you have something to say? You're staring off into space. Anyway, Chrysos heirs are humans who possess heroic qualities, with most of them demonstrating extraordinary combat prowess and strength. Upon clearing a core flame trial, a Chrysos heir can even ascend to a demigod and inherit a Titan's divinity. Wait, something about that feels off. Is this a selection process of some sort? The Flame Chase Journey and the Prophecy. Guided by the prophecy, the heroes are on a quest to reclaim core flames and usher in the Era Nova. Their efforts seem to have been gratifying results to date. To have seen gratifying results. As I expected, the prophecy is hardest to make any sense of, but with barely any information to go on, no matter how much I ruminate on it, it won't yield any results. I should leave this for another time. Think of something else. Should probably turn my attention to something else. And then Xynthia's plight. Nobody could have ever imagined that Xynthia's life would be forfeited the moment we landed on Amphoreus. I should have done more to keep her safe, but it's not too late. We still have a fighting chance. The unique rules that govern life and death on Amphoreus might just work in our favor and save her. The Grove is a veritable library of knowledge. Maybe they'll have records on a similar case? Please let there be one. Enough music for now. It's time to move. The clock is ticking. I should search for clues as I move. Okay. The night sky feels unusual, now that I've gotten used to the eternal light of Akama. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop there. Let me just check my recording time. Yeah, about 2.5 hours. So, we'll stop there. We'll continue Don Hung's POV. Oh, I don't know when. So it's Wednesday when I'm recording. I'm gonna be honest and say this video will probably not be uploaded until tomorrow, which will be Thursday. Thursday for me is quite busy though. I have things going on in the morning and afternoon. So if I don't have time to record, not a big deal. That's also kind of why I'm planning on uploading this video tomorrow, because I'm not busy like Friday through Monday, so I'll have plenty of time to record more videos in order, or consecutively, not in order. I'm recording the quests out of order. No, I'm not. But I'll have more time to record consecutively, so I can upload tomorrow. I'll upload this video on Thursday, and then there'll probably be videos every other day. I just won't record Thursday because at the time that I'm recording this video, it is like nighttime, so I need to start I need to think about getting ready for bed, not editing a video, like powering down a video. But yeah, so with all that said, hope you guys enjoyed this story quest. I'm looking forward to seeing what else we can learn and what's going on with these Titans forgetting things. Is Cersei's really even the reason Titan? What's going on? What does Anaxa know? What can we figure out with Don Hung? And will the Trailblazer get her soul back? Yeah, so with all that said, I will see you guys later, and, bye for now.